Hey guys, welcome back to Invited. If you're new to our channel, this is my friend Sarah.
And this is my friend Michelle.
And today we're talking about the dark side of Christmas.
Dun dun dun. So as Christians, we believe that Christmas is really about having the greatest gift of all, which is Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. However, this YouTube video, we're going to talk a little bit about the practicality of Christmas.
Yes, in this video we wanted to share some of the things that we encounter when we get too busy with all of the elements of Christmas and forget what we're really here for and the importance of family and friends throughout it all.
Yeah. I know for me, right now, this Christmas season, I feel like I have so many projects, like church projects, then my own social media stuff, and then with the YouTube and things like that. So I do find myself at a very shortage of time.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Really bad. There's like no time for everything.
Yeah, and I actually haven't even started my Christmas shopping, have you?
Oh no. I usually do it like the week before.
I'm usually pretty good. I usually do it like a month before. But
this year it's been hard. Yeah. And so, aside from what you're struggling with, I know a lot of other people struggle with being, too busy with, their 9-to-5 job, your work projects, being too busy, actually being too busy shopping, right?
Yeah,
and not spending time at home. And it's almost like Christmas has become synonymous with busyness.
Yes.
And it's the busiest season for, gatherings and for just to-dos and things like that, but you could get lost in the sauce really quickly if you're not paying close attention.
Yes. And I can attest to that because when I get really busy, I'm just like, I just gotta do.
Yeah.
Like forget about everything else, just gotta do it.
Yeah, exactly. And we get so inundated in our to-do list that we forget what really is supposed to be happening in this time. And then we might look back and regret what we didn't do versus what we did do if we're focusing on the wrong things.
So there's actually a story in the Bible of two sisters named Mary and Martha. And Jesus and his disciples actually came to visit them at their home. And there was a part where Martha was just so busy and she was just so concentrating on getting everything prepared and cooking and making sure everything is tidy and neat and clean. And there was Mary just listening to what Jesus was doing. She was just gazing her eyes upon him. And she goes, Martha goes up to Jesus saying, tell my sister to help me.
Yeah.
And then Jesus goes and replies like, you're missing the point. That, what your sister is doing right now
is the right thing.
It's to just gaze upon, just the gathering and like the communion with one another.
Yeah. And spending the time with Jesus. Like,
yes.
Jesus is in front of you and you're focused on everything else.
Yeah.
And so many times in our day-to-day, obviously, like, Jesus isn't coming over to our house in person. I mean, I wish he would, but he's not. And we are doing the same thing though, right? We're supposed to love each other as Christ loved the church. Yeah. Right? So if I love you the way that Christ loved the church, when you come over my house, I should be focusing on you.
Right.
I should be paying attention to you. I should be, finding different conversations and making you comfortable, yes, but more focused on the experience and the memories that we're creating together. Not so focused on the cooking and the cleaning and all of that. And there's a time and place for all of it, but the story of this, or the message, I should say, of this story is really important, especially in Christmas, because we get so crazy busy with everything going on and trying to make sure that we have the best Christmas decorations and making sure
glamorous. Making sure like the decorations are all like put together or Pinterest worthy. I'm guilty.
Right.
I'm guilty.
And we're so caught up, and it actually reminds me of the Macy's commercial. Have you seen it?
No.
Where the wife, she walks in the house and she literally starts clicking at everything she wants to make perfect. It's so funny. And that's how we are. We want to make everything perfect, and we're out shopping and all that, and that is great because you know, if you enjoy all of that, it makes you happy, and it makes those around you appreciate that you care so much to make things comfortable and beautiful. However, you can't do it at the expense of missing time with family, without gathering, without community. You can't do it at the expense of those memories that you could be building that you'll never get that time back. You know, back to the story of Mary and Martha, they were not going to get that opportunity again to have Jesus in the flesh, in their presence. Meanwhile, she could have completely missed the point had she not actually stopped and done, and Jesus told her to, like, your sister's actually right, not you. And so many times we just forget that. We forget that what the point of Christmas is, and it is right back to Jesus being the best gift of all. And if he's the best gift, and we're supposed to love each other like he loves us, then we're each other's best gifts too, I feel like, right? And that's the importance. And so in this video, we really wanted to focus on helping you to learn how to prioritize your to-do list, because things still have to get done. We're not acting like this is an imaginary world where we can just throw everything to the wind and just spend time together, because we get it. You got things to do. So we're going to help you figure out how to prioritize and how to focus on what's most important.
So as we were saying, the number one on our list and what to put as a priority first is definitely our family and our friends. We want to know that Christmas is more of a gathering experience, and it's just gathering with your friends, with your family, and with the people that you love, and it's not a chore. Like, you know, like God doesn't want us to be doing all these things, loving people and treating it as a chore, because it's not a chore.
One really practical tip, and that you can put into place immediately, is to sit down and make a conscious list of all the things that you have to get done. Then number them, like, let's say 1 through 10, 1 through 20, however many it is, and number them by importance. And that way you can clearly start to see what's really important versus what's not. And then if there's any ties, meaning if, let's say, 2 things are equally as important, then I say to then just use the family rule of thumb. Is it something related to family or friends, or is it something that isn't? If it is, then that should take priority. If it isn't, then knock it down.
So our third tip is, which is something I'm super guilty of, is saying yes. Saying yes to things that I probably shouldn't be saying yes.
We all have that problem, though.
That's my fault. I am so guilty of that. And I feel like it's so important before you say yes to evaluate what you're saying.
Right. And really think it through. Yeah.
Because you don't know. Sometimes, like, I feel like, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. It'll take like 5 minutes. And next thing you know, it'll take, oh wait, it's taking me 3 days to finish this.
Right.
So definitely evaluate before you say yes.
You should really take the time to assess whether something lines up with your personal goals. So for example, if you want to start a business in 2019, then you probably shouldn't be, shopping and spending a ton of money on gifts that people aren't going to really appreciate in the first place, right? That spending all that time shopping doesn't align with what your goals are. Or if your goal is, I want to spend more time with my family, I want to spend more time with my boyfriend, then you'll stop saying yes to certain things.
And take on more projects.
You'll stop taking on more projects, right? You'll stop saying yes to every single thing that your church or your job or whatever comes up is offering you, because my goal is to focus on spending time with these people. And so it's really important to keep that in mind and always match whatever new thing is coming on your to-do list and match it up with your goals. If it matches, great, it can go on. If it doesn't match, then it's a no-go.
And if somehow you do say yes, I mean, it's okay. It is okay. But make sure that, like, if you need help, you're going to ask somebody to help you. Don't just keep going and realizing at the end of the day, oh man, I should have taken out that extra project. So I do feel that asking for assistance can really go a long way.
Yeah, definitely, because the last thing you want to do is burn out during the holidays. And if,
which happens.
It does happen.
I'm pretty sure it happens to a lot of people.
It does happen. You know how many people want to close out the year at like tip-top shape, and like it's the last quarter, the last push, and you want to like do all these things that you didn't do in the last 3 months, and it's like you're gonna burn yourself out right before you're supposed to have all this energy in the new year. So it just is completely counterproductive, and if you have people around you that can help, why not ask for the help?
Yeah. So, Michelle, I actually wonder if any of them have any additional tips for us to help us too.
That's
with
a
this
good
busyness
question.
season.
Do you guys have any tips that you can share that we can use to learn how to prioritize our lives as we go into 2019 and focus on Christmas? If you do, comment below and let us know.
And let's be honest though, because it is Christmas season, we are going to be busy.
Yes.
It's something that we kind of can't dodge, and we can't kind of hide away from it.
Right.
So in the next video, we're actually going to talk about how we can enjoy the busyness.
Yes. So good. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe by clicking the red button if you haven't done so already.
Click the bell to get notified every single time we post a video every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
You know you want to know.
And for any prayer requests, feel free to DM us. Our DMs are always open.
Yeah, just slide on in there. We're happy to help in any way, whether it's prayers or advice. And follow us on our Instagrams because we would love to get to know you better.
We'll see you in our next video.